Welcome into DRF Daily, DRF Sports' betting live stream coming at you every single weekday at around 11 a.m. Eastern. We're back after the long weekend. We're back after I forgot my computer in another state. And we're back on a wonderful Wednesday with plenty of MLB action coming at you guys today. We're breaking down Mets Reds, we're breaking down Royals Astros, Rockies Dodgers, and our featured free game of the day, Braves Cardinals. It's going to be a fantastic day. We have some great plays. We have some money to be made today. You don't want to miss a single minute. Last time on Friday, we went 4-0, a fantastic bounce back to what was kind of a rough Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday. However, that 4-0 gave us an above 500 week. We're rolling in it. We are, I think, 32-28 now, 32-27, something like that. Well, we're starting to creep up, and I'm feeling another fantastic day. As a friendly reminder, you can check out all of this data that we're giving to you guys on drf.com/sports. You can check out the free game of the day if you just click game of the day up in the top right section. Follow us on Twitter at DRF_sports. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Just type in DRF Sports in the search bar and we'll pop up. Subscribe. Never miss our expert insights, advice, betting insights, data, everything like that. And you can watch this live streamed on Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to dive into some MLB best bets now. Starting things off, it's Mets Reds. The 50-31 New York Metropolitans take on the 28-52 Cincinnati Reds. Reds plus 150 in tonight's game. I'm just going to give you guys the pick right now. It's Mets minus 160, and it's not really too tough to to lean that way. If you're getting the Mets at minus 160, it's minus 155 now. Against a terrible Reds team. I think that's some fantastic value. We have a few more games throughout today's DRF Daily that don't provide the same amount of value that Mets minus 155 provides. This is the last game of the series. They've split the first two games. And last three seasons, when they play in Cincinnati, these two teams have both won 7 games. So not too much separating these two teams when they play in Cincinnati. However, this year's a little bit of a different year when it comes to the New York Mets. They're good. And getting the start is David Peterson. He's a left-hander who's 4-1 this season with a 3.48 ERA. The Reds, 7-16 against left-handed pitchers. They have a slightly better overall statistics, but I mean, they're a terrible team, so it really doesn't matter as they have a losing record. They're down quite a few units if you've bet them every single time they face off against a left-handed pitcher. Graham Ashcraft gets the start for Cincinnati. He's 4-2 with a 4.54 ERA. So give me Mets minus 155. I'm not thinking twice about this one. I think it's an easy pick. Peterson gets the win. The team's 8-2 when David Peterson gets the start on the bump for the Mets. Moving from there, we're going to the Royals-Astros game. 29-50 Royals go to Houston to take on the Astros. I feel like I just said the Astros 15 times in 30 seconds. Houston's won their last 8. They've won the last 2 against KC. This is a 4-game series. And the Astros are looking to build upon that and continue their winning ways. They've been somewhat dominant as of late. If you look here at the results, I'm trying to pull up quickly. They have a lot of W's in this column here. You look at this. They have won their last 8. Before that, they were on a little bit of a 2-2 win streak. But look at all of those W's there. Man, just so many. W. And they're minus 255 tonight against the Royals. Getting the start for the Royals is going to be Brad Keller. Christian Javier gets the start for the Astros. It is worth noting. I think that's the correct way to word that. KC scored 6 or more runs in these 2 games. They scored 6 in game 1, 7 in game 2. However, their pitching has allowed more runs than that, and it's kind of been really tough for the Royals. They've Their offense is hitting. Everything's all going on the right track for Kansas City offensively, pitching and defensively. They've been absolutely abysmal, and I don't see them righting the ship at all tonight. As Brad Keller's 3-9 with a 4.23 ERA, he allows just under 3 runs per start, and he's going up against Christian Javier, who's 6-3 with a 3.09 ERA and allows just under 2 runs per start. So a kind of a vast difference between the two starting pitchers. And KC 6-19 this season straight up when they face against a pitcher who doesn't allow a lot of home runs, and that is exactly what Christian Javier does. He doesn't allow a lot of home runs. Give me Houston minus 255. It's minus 265 now. A lot of money coming in on the Astros as we're headed closer to first pitch. 8:10 p.m. tonight. Our power line likes at minus 244, so not a ton of value in the pick. There is value there regardless. However, you're not getting a ton of value with a number so large. However, Houston's going to win this game. Our simulations like them to win 5-3. I think lean the over a little bit. Both of these pitchers can get got. They both allow about 5 runs per start combined. So if you look at it like that, then you just need 3 more runs in later innings. I like the over in this one, lean it over 8. I like Houston minus 255 in it as well. Currently minus 265. Lines going in favor, trying to get going down for Houston as we get closer to first pitch. Moving from all of that, we're going to Rockies, Dodgers, which this game was actually tough for me to pick. Dodgers are minus 300. I don't like that number at all. That is such a high number. But spoiler alert, I'm going Dodgers minus 300, mainly for the reason that Colorado isn't great. There is an edge on Colorado Colorado plus 255. Since writing this about an hour ago, Dodgers have gone from minus 300 to minus 305. Jose Urena gets the start for the Rockies. Mitch White gets the start for the Dodgers. Last time out, Mitch White went up against Joe Musgrove, got the no. It wasn't a decision, but the Dodgers ended up getting the win regardless. I was all over San Diego in that one with Joe Musgrove. Thought there was so much value, but Mitch White went out and had a solid showing. Urena, if he does get the start, that is what ESPN is showing as of right now. I believe it'll be his first start of the season. Not a great pitcher, 0-0, doesn't have a decision to his name with a 5.52 ERA. Meanwhile, Mitch White, 1-1 this season, 3.93 ERA. You can get to White with hits. However, he doesn't really allow runs at a high rate. He doesn't strike you out. He pitches to contact, kind of an old school type of guy. With that, absolutely zero value here, though. Dodgers minus 300 is the play. Dodgers dominate the Rockies in LA, and that's a big reason I'm going LA in this one. Dodgers are 31-14 the last 3 seasons against the Rockies in Los Angeles, and the Dodgers have won both of the first 2 games in this one by an average of 2.5 runs. I believe the aggregate score is like 10-5. I think they won 5-2, 5-3 in the first 2 games of this series. They're looking to complete the sweep tonight. Give me Dodgers minus 300, minus 305 to complete the sweep. This might be a fun little sprinkle in a MLB parlay you got going on today, just because it might bump up your odds a little bit. And I think it's a foregone conclusion that the Rockies are going to lose and the Dodgers are going to win. So those are our 3 MLB best bets today. Give me Mets, give me Houston, give me Los Angeles Dodgers today. I think those are some 3 winners, and I like the value on 2 of those. Don't like the value on Dodgers minus 300, but you can't get me to bet Rockies to win when they've looked absolutely horrendous, and they're starting what seems to be Jose Urena, who's not ever started a game this season, doesn't have a good ERA, no win-loss. Give me the Dodgers in this one regardless of the value there. So now it's time for our free game of the day. Cardinals against the Braves. The Braves have won the first 2 games of this series, 6-3, 7-1. Cardinals look kind of bad. St. Louis has lost 5 of its last 6. Braves looking a little bit better, but it doesn't look great for the Cardinals in this one. St. Louis will be sending out Miles Mikolas. I'm going to say Mikolas. And Atlanta will be sending out Max Fried. Left-hander Max Fried is 8-2 this season with a 2.66 ERA. Cardinals are 9-7 this season straight up against left-handed pitchers. Slightly worse statistics, but a winning record. Meanwhile, the Cardinals, Miles Mikolas, probably mispronouncing that. He's 5-6 this season, but a really solid 2.61 ERA with a WHIP of 0.990. That's worth being noted because the Braves this season are 1-12 straight up against a starting pitcher who has a WHIP of 1.250 or less. So the Braves have struggled against pitchers who have a really good WHIP. Miles is up there with a 0.990 WHIP. Just for comparison's sake, Max Fried, who is 8-2 with a 2.66 ERA, has a 1.026 WHIP. Kind of weird. Miles has had a fantastic statistical season. He just hasn't been getting the results that you would expect. He's 5-6, but he has the better ERA. He has the better WHIP. He has the better. Most of the advanced stats give the edge to Miles in this one. Just if you're looking at straight win-loss, it looks like Max Fried is the better pitcher in this. Don't let those overarching broad stats sway you at all in this one. We're going to break down a Paul Goldschmidt prop because it's fantastic value at DRF Sportsbook. We're boosting that prop to plus 425. We'll get into that in a second. However, I just want to say my pick for tonight, it's Cardinals. Cardinals plus 165. They've gone down to plus 150 in the last hour or so. A lot of people are on Cardinals to avoid the sweep tonight. Or it's not the sweep, it's a 4-game series. They look to avoid a 3-0 hole, and maybe they can win this one 2-2 or something like that in the series. Our simulator likes the Braves to win 4-3. They have the edge on the under. Earlier today, when the Cardinals were plus 165, there was edge on them. They had a certified gold star. Things have changed a little bit. Braves power line makes it about minus 130, so not a ton of value. However, I'm fading the numbers here, and whenever I do, that ends up being a bad look for me. However, I think the Cardinals get back in the win column tonight and pick up this win. So if you don't love that play, here's a play that I love that I think you'll love too. Over at DRF Sportsbook, if you're in Iowa, type in ia.drf.com on your desktop, or you can download the DRF Sportsbook app in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store, and you can take advantage of this prop. Go to My Bets, My Free Bet, the My Bets section, then click on My Free Bets, and you can find this prop. We've boosted Paul Goldschmidt to hit a one double today. So coming into today, that was plus 340 odds. We've boosted it to plus 425. Paul Goldschmidt this season, he hits a double. He's hit a double in 33% of his games overall. In the month of June, he hit them in 27% of games. He's played, I believe, 5 games in July so far. He's hit a double in 2 of them. So if you're looking at it from a pure number statistic, the value is there. At plus 340, you have a 22.74% chance of the bet hitting. So to me, that's going to, like, as long as you can get something that happens more than 22% of the time, let's round that up to 23% of the time, it's good value. And not only are you getting that, he hits it nearly 10% more. So this is some amazing value that DRF Sportsbook is giving you guys. Head on over to ia.drf.com or download the DRF Sportsbook app and hammer this prop. Paul Goldschmidt, I'm not saying it's a lock, but the value is so great. The value is there for Goldschmidt to hit a double. He's done it 33% of the time this season. He hasn't done it in his last 3 games. Not saying he's due, but I think there's a really, really good chance that Goldschmidt hits a double tonight against a pitcher, Max Fried, who can allow base runners with a 1.026 WHIP. He can allow some base runners. Goldschmidt plus 100 in the NL MVP race. He's batting 340, a 4.4 WAR. He's absolutely raking. He's a fantastic hitter. Having an amazing season so far. Give me Goldschmidt to hit a double. I think if you're not all the way sold on Cardinals to win this game, I think you should ride Paul Goldschmidt to hit a double at plus 425 with DRF Sportsbook. I think that's fantastic value. You can't pass that up. So, to recap today, let's break down some of our best bets. Here's the recap. We like Mets minus 160 against the Reds. We like the Astros minus 255 against the Royals. Dodgers minus 300. Don't love it. But you just can't go Rockies there. So Dodgers at minus 300, I think. Not fantastic value, but I think it's a lock. So Dodgers minus 300. And then I love Cardinals plus 165 against the Braves tonight. Cardinals been in a little bit of a slip. They've lost 5 of their last 6. They lost the first 2 to the Braves. They've only put up 4 runs across those 2, and they've allowed, I think, 13 runs combined. I think it's 13-4 aggregate between the first 2 games of the series. I think it's time for the Cardinals to bounce back tonight. You can get them at plus 165. It's actually come down a little bit, so the public is on the Cardinals a little bit, or at least the money is. So get the Cardinals now while you can at a better price. I think it might come down a little bit more ahead of first pitch tonight. That's also our featured free game of the day. You can check that out, drf.com/sports. Click the game of the day tab up on the top bar, and you can get all of that action. And not listed here, but also I think a fantastic value, Paul Goldschmidt to hit a double. That's boosted from plus 340 to plus 425 at DRF Sportsbook. Download the app wherever you get apps. You can also check us out on desktopia.drf.com to take advantage of that fantastic value in Paul Goldschmidt to hit a double. So thank you so much for tuning into DRF Daily. We'll be back tomorrow, Thursday, July 7th, with some best bets tomorrow as well. Hopefully we're going another 4-0 day. If I feel it coming. Friday we went 4-0. We're starting to peak above 500 a little bit more and more. We'll continue that quest. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the quest. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Follow us, Twitter, like and subscribe on YouTube. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya.